Okay, second graders, so check to see if your whiteboard or your notebook has some of the same words that I picked from this chapter. So I have Mr. Potter, Mrs. Teaberry, Zeke, Blue, and Chipmunk. Now, if I just leave this, that's not a retell. That was just helping me hold my thinking from my brain so that I'm ready to retell what happened. So my retell is going to use these and then tell what happened in that chapter that was important. So in that chapter, Mr. Potter was going to have to paint his porch again. Mrs. Teaberry and Zeke came over to help. They started painting the porch blue. A chipmunk came and walked through the paint, and Zeke started to chase the chipmunk all over, and now there's blue paint all over the porch. That was my retell. So think, did your retell sound something like that? Okay, now we're going to finish the book. Chapter 4, A Lovely Yellow. The next day, Tabby and Zeke stayed inside Mrs. Teaberry's house while Mr. Potter painted his porch again. He covered up all of the pink paw prints and all of the blue paw prints and made the porch a lovely yellow. When the porch was dry, Mrs. Teaberry arrived with Tabby and Zeke. Mr. Potter was happy to have Tabby back. He brought a book out on the porch and said that he would read a funny story to everyone. But just as Mr. Potter was about to begin, a pink squirrel and a blue chipmunk walked by. And Mr. Potter and Mrs. Teaberry laughed so hard they didn't even need a funny story. And second graders, that's the end of the book. Now, remember at the beginning I predicted that Tabby was going to help Mr. Potter paint the porch, and I don't really think that Tabby was that helpful to Mr. Potter. She got paint on the porch, but she wasn't really that helpful. So my prediction wasn't quite right, but it still went with the picture, and it gave me something to think about and check as I was reading. So now, last chapter, we're stopping right here, and we're thinking, what was that chapter about? So again, who was in that chapter, and what did they do that was important, or what happened to them that was important? You're going to use your whiteboard or your notebook and pencil to write your words and practice your retell. When you're finished, go to the next slide.